Hello fellow surfers, welcome to Flavour Tasters, the food and beverage review channel and all things relating to food, beverage, health and all of that stuff, yada da 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 da. Woo! Okay, hopefully that didn't pop, so just in case it did. Hello fellow surfers, welcome to Flavour Tasters, the food and beverage review channel and all things relating to food, beverage, health and yada da da da. Anyway, you know the whole thing. Now, first of all, I should have tidied this up. This is some things, as I said in one of my reviews, I think I've talked about this. Ancona sauce is the hot sauce I typically go to. And this is what I've been getting for my barbecues. But anyway, we'll put this in here. Got some sauce, mustard, and other bits and bobs. We'll get onto that in a little bit. So first of all, got a microphone, external microphone, and here is my kitchen. So, as you can see here, the notes, the general kind of notes about health, the herbal teas that I've got, as you can probably see up here, we've got some powders, turmeric, I believe we've got some moringa, and hopefully that doesn't fall on top of me. Dandelion root powder. We've got a range of different types of powders. That's turmeric powder, more turmeric powder. We've got lots of that. We've got dillweed, so herbal teas, and I'll show you around in the little room there in a second. But here we have dillweed. We've got a few different herbal teas. This smells like coconut. This smells like coconut. So if you need to sweeten up your herbal teas, dillweed. I get this from Buy Whole Foods Online, BWF. Anyway, so we've got a range of different things. We've got Siberian ginseng. We've got yerba mate, but this is Siberian ginseng root, which is an adaptogen. I'm trying to keep healthy. It's an adaptogen. It's good for basically health in that. We've got yerba mate, which is this, and up here we've got a little bit of ginger left as well, but we'll get onto that because we've got some things in there. We've got stuff in there, so we'll be talking about some herbal teas and kind of a food storage. But before we get onto the good stuff, which I think is good stuff, as you can see, it's pretty much really bare. What we have over here is a water distiller. The water distiller is to keep food, like the water, clean. Because when you actually put the water in from the tap and it does its cycle and it basically heats it up and it drips the water through some charcoal in here in the spout, it will go into this, into this, and then you pour this water into one of these. Now this is my water that I've distilled. It's got a little tap, obviously, to run it through whatever. You can pour it out like that, but you've got to lift the lid open because the pressure pushes it out, so you need this open when you're using a tap. But we've got two of these, by the way, and I'll show you around the actual place as well before, like, at the end we'll do like a pan around or something. But we've got a kettle as well, as everyone does. Kettles kind of distill, obviously not as good as distillers, but they are essentially distilling. When it boils up, the steam is released and pretty much some chemicals or whatever can go up on the stream. This has it's kind of keeping it. So when that's ran at the bottom, the distiller at the bottom, it'll look like all like tar type stuff at the bottom. That's what it's getting rid of out of your water. Maybe in the future I'll start and how it runs, and then at the end what happens and so on. Maybe I'll do that in the future, but first So down here I've got a lot of different herbal teas. Maybe so I can have this as a thumbnail. Who knows yet? It's too hot. But anyway, herbal teas. It's not as heavy as you think because it's all just like, you know, leaves and stuff. But we've got a lot of stuff here. And down here, we've got, actually I'll now put you into hand mode and we'll talk about, but down here we've got some stored food, like tinned food and stuff, and some powders which I use for cooking. So what I'm going to do is put this to hand mode, we'll pan around, and actually should I do that after? Because there's stuff in there I can talk about, and then we can pan around anyway. That's what I'll do. So this is a little trolley that I've got with the stuff on, tin food, but from here, boom, right. So what we have here on this, predominantly herbal teas in jars. We've got some tinned foods here, which I use, tinned potatoes, some tinned peas, but the tinned potatoes, because I've got a few of them, I make chili con carnes with vegetable chili con carnes, that type of stuff. Now, again, as you might see at the back here, again, I'm going to show you when panning around, is another trolley, which has got a lot of the tinned food on. And yeah, it's packed, pretty much it's packed, right? I could put a few more things on it, but we'll get to this in a second. But let's pan you around to this. So for breakfast, when I do have breakfast, but I can have it any time of the day anyway, is organic porridge. Sometimes it's good for the gut. I've got IBS, so sometimes it's good to fill up the gut so you don't have to always be rushing and stuff. And I've got a lot of that, a lot of porridge, and then in here, let's you know, point down like that, yeah. In here, what we have is this, which is defrosted chili con carne. As I've said many times, in the videos that I've done, I have this, I store up. This is from the mince one. I've had some, I think I had some yesterday, and this is today's, and this is defrosting. Yeah, I did. So this is defrosting. I put that so it doesn't get like loads of water, right? This is defrosting. And this is for today and tomorrow. Well, actually, typically tomorrow, but this is for today, as I've had today. So notice 1, 2, 3. But in the freezer, down even further, right down here, right? I've got my weight over here. Anyway, down here, I think that was the last one, actually, yeah. So you get 3. I think I've got 3. I might have had some as well. Let's just put this up. I've got normal stuff in there, like normal microflow food. I had some of the meat chili con carne on the day of. Then you've got, so on the day of cooking this, then you've got this for today. That's 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. As I've said many times with when you're trying to store up. So that's out of a 750 gram, I think, meat with vegetables, which I've done in the videos. But yeah, there's not much in there, in the thing, and again, I'll show you panning around, because I've got stuff like some microwave meals in there already, in bits and bobs in the freezer, as we've just seen. And also this is going to last me tomorrow and the day after 3 days, and then get my next shopping. So that I'll do a little pan around in this. We'll be back in a second. So this is essentially the fridge. I've got some eggs, some yogurt for the actual porridge. Got some cheese. Do you want your cheese and you eat it? Huh? Anyone that watches my gaming channel will get that. You want some cheese and you eat it? Anyway, so as we'll see here, we've got some things. I've ate some things today as well. So actually, we've had some chicken and vegetable wraps. That's why we've got some vegetables still left in this for the bottom. Right, so let's have a little spin around. So this is my fridge freezer, nothing massive. And you know, then we've got here, it's a little bit, I wouldn't say messy because they've washed up, but it's not like super. And as you can see there with the distilled water, yeah. Kettle, some honey, some coffee, and a milk frothing machine. This froths the milk. And microwave. Got some bits and bobs up there. Not that this is about food or anything, but got that to dry. And in here is just to remember to turn off things. And as you can see here, we've got storage points. Couple of cups, but storage for when I make the freezing food. And as you can see here, just pans. I've cooked a pizza today. Water, distiller. In here, it will get dirty, but there's none at the moment because I haven't actually ran it recently. So it's basically just a distiller, toasty maker, toaster. I haven't used my my smoothie maker, as you can see here, which you can actually make ice cream from vegetables and stuff, and put some milk in, and then just blend it and throw it in as in the freezer. And there you go. Now that's just in relation to health, losing weight, as well, certain calories and stuff. My handwriting's not brilliant, I know, yeah, and yeah, hopefully this has helped you. But so this is what I was saying with the trolley. Got some pink Himalayan salt, some cayenne chili pepper, some garlic powder. Then we've got the black pepper. We've got some other stuff here for like curries if I want to make curries, and just another bag of chili. And on the top, a few tins for vegetable chili con carne, some chickpeas, some potatoes. We've got some beans here and some tin tomatoes and so on. But now onto what I think is the best spot. If there was ever an emergency, we've got tinned food here, some meatballs, some gone peas, and these are chicken meatballs. I don't eat pork, as you know. Peas, we've got some rice pudding, and we've got more stuff kind of down here. Yeah, you get the point. So we're just stocking up. And yeah, herbal tea, yerba mate, echinacea. We've got some spirulina in there. We have oregano, and some of them are empty now. Some black tea there, black English tea, I believe this was, and it's running out, or ran out. We've got oolong tea, we've got ginger, we've got licorice, we've got that Siberian ginseng root here in this one, and just bits and bobs, yeah. Again, herbal tea, some cloves, peppermint is in here, and just a little bit. If I want to make sauces, I've got them. So let's have a little maybe spin around, and little spin around. And bag for rubbish. I know. But yeah. What do you think of my little kitchen? I'm trying to be health orientated. I still eat food at restaurants, like, you know, quick food, kebabs on occasions, and pizzas and whatever. But what do you think of a little run through with this? I see it. With this, what do you think? Tell me in the views and opinions in the comment section below. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, select all notifications, strike the like, share the content and all the good stuff, but make sure you hit all notifications, and please leave comments. These are things that drive me on to make more content. At times, if there's not many comments, I might just take a little break and I'm like consistently working on my gaming channel, Nerdometer. I'm looking to get back into my vlogging channel, Next to CYT. I'll probably pin the links in the description and other things. So the more that you comment, hopefully the more I'll get out and do some things. And you can leave your views and opinions. And there was a subscriber on my YouTube channel. I think it's Football Quiz Guy or something, or the Football Quiz or something like that is username, who gave me, would like to see a kitchen. So I did this. And also, if I haven't already, he gave an idea for cheap living. Try and make food is like for £1 if you can, or under £1. So some of these videos, he said, I would like to see this, and I've done them. So again, feel free, subscribe, hit the notification bell, select all notifications, strike that like, and share the content and all good stuff. I'll just put end things here. So like a little subscribe thing maybe is up here, and out like a video to check out there. And yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I'm out. Peace!